I think it was Nixon. Nixon is the one who made the dollar the world's reserve currency. So, like you said, the world reserve currency is the dollar. This is going to be the new world reserve currency.
But
Once they crack the dollar.
This comes from, well, yeah, they're going to, matter of fact,
you get what I'm saying?
yeah, can you give me that?
Because once they crack the dollar, people ain't even gonna know. People gonna want to buy food. We're gonna want to buy food to clothe our kids and shit like that. Feel me?
Well, America's in debt, right? America, that's just like you owe somebody all this money and you'll never come with back. So what they're going to have to collapse their economy and come to one common agreement. But see, it all goes back to these people right here. But you got the international bankers. They want to control everything. They want to control you. They want to control all the money. They want one world money. They want one world religion. But the one world religion is Catholicism, which that is now, because remember when the Pope came here to Philadelphia and they had everything blocked off. The president can come here right now and you'll still be able to move freely up Broad Street. You'll still be able to move freely downtown. They might have like a entourage for them or whatever, but they ain't gonna have no goddamn military troops.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So the president,
I don't fuck with the Pope, yo.
yeah, but the Pope has more authority than the president.
Yeah, right. You're right.
The Pope can change any law in America that he wants.
You're right.
Without the president's approval. He can be like, you know what? I want to make drugs legal, and it's done. He can do whatever he wants. That's how you know, and that's how you know that pedophilia is coming to America, where it's going to be legal for you to sleep with little boys, you know, and little children. Why? Because the popes do that shit.
I don't know what.
And they found what's their name? The Roman Catholic Church. All right. So the Romans, they were perverted. So were the damn Greeks. They were a bunch of freaks, man. You know, doing all types of homosexual orgies. What did they have for the winter solstice? You know, around December. Now they used to close down their courts, right, and pick an enemy that was an enemy of theirs, and they would go ravage the children, the women, basically anything went for that whole week. To them, I believe it was roughly about maybe 5 days, 4 or 5 days, but on the 25th was when they stopped. Now they call that Christmas. You know what I'm saying? But they did all those homosexual acts and everything, and he was allowed to murder, like whatever, anything went, man. Yeah, cut. You know? And then on the 25th day, it was like, like that movie, The Purge. They're like, okay, now the court's open back up, you can't do that shit no more. That's fucking wicked as hell.
I think that Purge movie is big, bro.
Yeah, no, watch.
That's
going to be, that's going to be when all hell breaks loose. All right? But all hell breaks loose because it ain't going to be no goddamn government. You ain't going to be the one there. Because people going to want to overthrow the government. You know, because of the things that they're doing. So the cops, fuck the cops, because they're going to be trying to protect their family. You know? Because it's going to be every man for himself. You know? Matter of fact, now this is concerned about the debt that Americans in. And if you got a debt like that, it's no getting out of that.
It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
That's right. So who does that? Increases his, which is not his. All right. So what do the so-called white man do? Esau, the Edomite. They go like we were talking about earlier. They go, but they wanted Gaddafi, right? Now he had what was his resource he had?
He
What was his main? What's Gaddafi's main resource? It was water.
Yeah, you're right. He did have water. He did. And then he built schools. He did all that.
He had clean drinking water. What's Iraq's main resource? Oil. Right? So all those, obviously you have you said China, not China, Vietnam. They was over there taking for the heroin, that's fine. Well, you know that. For now, that's for cocaine, but the lethal. Alright, yeah, so they were taking that. Which they showed you in that movie, American Gangster. You know what I'm saying? But, so this is what America does. There you go. That man, that word that Gaddafi had got nothing to do with America. That word that, Saddam Hussein, and he was running that. But that oil that he has, that has nothing to do with America. So that's increasing, was not yours. Right? So that's why they call him a thief and a robber, because they want everything. So when it says they're going to make a Tony Pollard, that means they're going to go against it. Go ahead, right?
It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long?
Oh, woe means destruction. So go ahead.
And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Yeah, him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That's talking about debt. All right, so you lading yourself with thick clay. You lading yourself with debt. What do America do? Well, everything in this country is all designed about credit. Credit, right? So when you have credit, you're already in debt. You don't even got no damn money. They give you a credit card and be like, you know what, sir? Here go this credit card. This is $500 worth of credit on there. It ain't no real money on there. So you go and spend say you spend $500, then they'll tack on a fee, interest and fees like that. So now you first of all, that's how slick they are. They just gave you no money and made money off of you. Because this is your credit. This is your credit line. But you end up paying back more than what the hell they gave you. That's wicked in itself. You know? And America is the only place, and that's why they want this one world currency. Because you have why they killed Gaddafi, because he didn't want to sell his water and the petrol dollar, so to speak, is American currency.
And another thing, he was about to switch his dollars into gold.
Exactly. Because that's real
the gold demand or something like that.
But guess who got on the gold right now? The so-called white man. They stole that shit. Who they stole it from? They stole it from us. They got everything about us. They so vicious. They even try to steal our identity, man. They did that. You know? That's like robbing a man, taking the jaws off his ass and wearing it, man.
That's true.
You know?
That is so true.
That's how dirty they get. You know? Run that up.
Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
That's what's going on right now, right? Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So you have America about to go at China. Well, not China. North Korea. About to go at North Korea. Donald Trump is talking some real shit, but you gotta know the history of who Donald Trump is. He's a fighter. So he likes violence, man. He has no problem pushing that goddamn button. Why? Does he know he has a little bunker set up for him and his family and all that? So he don't got no problem. You know what, man? Fuck, he gonna kill everybody. He gonna fire. Like no man saw. You also have nation rise against nation. Why? Because you have different nations. We have nations of people. You know, you have the Edomites. That's where you're getting these race wars from. You know, they fight it like what's that?
I don't think North Korea nothing to play with.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. North Korea don't have more missiles than Russia. Now Kim Jong-un, he's just as crazy. He's crazy enough to push the fucking button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that dude is crazy.
He definitely did. But listen, now why would he do that? First of all, he's not even concerned. They saying here America wants to get him over there so bad. Why? Because they got that They're one of the countries, I believe, that's not going with the whole currency thing, man. Like they're not going with the whole world global bank shit. They're still doing their own thing. So now America's sitting here telling you, like, oh yeah, they threatening us. Why the hell were they threatening America? Why? Because America's over there. That's just like somebody coming into your house. You know what I'm saying? And coming in your house telling you, though, you know what? I know you live here, but I'm about to take over, so you can't do what you was doing no more. You gotta follow my rules. So you're gonna threaten them. You're gonna come at them like with force. You know, that's the same thing that they're doing to Kim Jong-un with his nation, but his kingdom. But they sit there and tell you, oh, that guy's crazy. they're demonizing that dude.
Demonizing.
That's what they do. They try to tell they rile the people up, right? And be like, oh, but this guy's like this. That's what they did. So when they go and do something, they either can blame.
So,
when they do a false flag, they can blame that false flag on that nation, or they can or they can be like, yo, this is a reason to go to war with them. Go ahead.
Just like I don't even think Russia.
Hold on, let the scripture.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilence,
Like you was talking about Venezuela, right?
and earthquakes in diverse places.
God damn, they had an earthquake over there in who's that?
Italy somewhere.
They had what's the name again? Jacked
Peru,
up.
Peru.
Yeah, see that's earthquakes in
Very
different places. Yeah, why is that? Because they're taking the very oil on the earth. Even in America, they drain it in Texas. What they got? All the oil refineries. Now, guess who's happy with that shit? Got this guy right here, George Bush. They heavy with oil. That's like one of their family. Yeah, I think that's one of their family businesses or something like that. You know. Then you got, matter of fact, you got the Exxon stations and all that. Man, it's wicked as hell. You know what they had when they used to have Texaco, but all of those companies, their logo had some Illuminati type of shit. The symbol to let them know that that's going back to who they are.
All these are the beginning of sorrows.
That's right. So all of these right here that we just read to you are the beginning of sorrows. So now you're seeing the race wars, right? That's the beginning of the infants. The beginning of sorrows. See, yo, this nigga walking around beatboxing and shit, and the fucking earth is about to get destroyed. America's about to be completely destroyed. This nigga walking around with a boombox, beatboxing to try to get bitches. That's the mentality of our people. And we out here teaching the truth. We walk right past that dumbass beatbox shit. Let them try that when the missiles come. Beatbox your way out of that. Beatbox your way out of this right here, martial law. Beatbox your way out of that. When they come with the gurgles, try to give them that beat.
You know martial law is coming, right? You know what? I'm gonna tell you why.
No, we gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna tell you the other day. What is it? Yesterday or 2 days ago? America just signed into law that the government or the cops to come in without no warrant. They come to your house without no warrant. Now, the Constitution was supposed to protect
you know that they tried to pass a law in what's that, man? It was Massachusetts, where the cops it don't even gotta be a person that's I guess trained to give you a shot. A cop can kick in your door, come in there, and give you the RFID microchip. And if you refuse it, you're allowed to refuse it. But if you refuse it, they'll be able to get your kids. They take your kids from you and give it to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you like, yo, man, this shit about to get real out here. We ain't out here for our health for no reason, man. We out here wanting the peace. And when these things start happening, then people gonna be like, oh shit. You know what? They was right, man. You got something? He said something about martial law in the beginning.
That's to come, love.
I'm about to eat.
Like the Obamacare, they're not gonna appeal that shit. They're not gonna appeal it, yeah.
It's going to change the name.
They're gonna, why you think they're stalling? They're stalling us. Why you think?
Second number 16 to 27.
You have to change your name. And then, hey, the time comes.
So Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14. And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
That's right, man. Flee into your own land. That's not picking up leaving America. That's talking about turning back to your own people. You're gonna go back to your own people, right? When these things start happening, all right? Because you have like I brought out earlier. When I was talking to my cousin and everything, he was talking about, it's going to be a race war and all that. Like, now people are starting to see these things, you know what I'm saying? But right now, they're still walking down the street, want to hold hands with the so-called white man, and that's what's going to get their head bashed in, you know? Go ahead,
It's like it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Right, that's what I'm about to say here. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Alright? So when them Gurga troops come, man, alright, they're not coming to talk the same way you had America goes over to them other countries and try to take over and all that. You know, and they kill the innocent babies, you know. But they ain't nothing. If the Lord calls for that judgment for you, that's righteous. You know? But when they come here, like, have you ever said that? You saw that movie, what's that, Red Dawn? How they, in the beginning, they had one back in the 80s. I think they just redid one in like 2004 or something, 2013, something like that. But in the beginning, you had parachutes coming out the air, right? And when they landed in the school, I think it was like a school, football field in that area. So the teacher came out, this was the 80s one. The teacher came out and was like, oh, like, because he saw troops. So he think like, oh, these American troops, yeah, they must be in the wrong place. So it's like, yeah, I think you're in the wrong place. They killed that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? And they start going through school killing everybody, man. Because that's judgment for this place. So like, when these things happen, the Lord ain't playing. That's why you think that they sending the military out, man. When they get these wars, right? That's called, matter of fact, that said a battle to Jehoshaphat. But
It's gonna be a one-word army.
So the government, like, you're gonna have a thing called another draft. Another draft is gonna come, right? They're gonna take the military and put them over there. So our military, basically American military, is going to fight for the people. But they're gonna be out there at the war, so they're gonna come over here. And what they're not going to be American troops. It's going to be what's NATO.
It's gonna be, yeah. Because if you
already got the
if you look right now, if you go back to New York Central Station, they got Russian troops down there right now.
But look, and then you got they already have the European Union. No, what is it? The UN. They got the UN vehicles here right now.
Yep.
All right. So, man,
why do you think when Obama was in office, they had, I seen a mad video ago, they had on the trains they had they had coffin. Yeah, they had coffin. No, there's a place in actually Georgia. They got it's a big ass field in Georgia. That shit is big as fuck. They got mad coffins. The dude came up and like, yo, what is that? And one of the dudes told him, like, yeah, quiet, but this is what they're getting ready to do. Yeah. On the trains, why do you think they do it at nighttime? So we won't know.
All right, why do you think they shut down all them Walmarts?
Yep.
They said it was plumbing. Now what they did, now all those Walmarts were close to a military base.
Why you
now
think?
Walmart is they are in tune with the elite. You know,
Yeah, they are. They
already have the what's the Obamacare stations where you can scan your ass. So Walmart is going to be like a place of concentration camp where they hold you. You know what I'm saying? And then they build underground tunnels for the military to move to get to those places real fast. You know? But they actually did research on like, damn. And all of them was within, I want to say about 200 miles from the Walmart. All right.
So Joel chapter 3 verse 1 it says, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's right. So that's what's Jehoshaphat. So that's Jehoshaphat.
I thought that's Japan. That's not Japan.
That word means the Most High's judgment. All right, Yahweh's judgment. All right, and what's his judgment? His judgment is death. So when these people are being gathered, like now you're gonna see they're gonna have a draft, you know, and you see all the militaries being gathered together. That's Syria and that region of the earth. When they go there, they want to die right there. All of them. Wow, you didn't read it.
It says it will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my lands.
That's right. So plead, that means he's going to be putting them to death, man. He's not pleading like please, please, please. No. He's going to put the spirit on them. They're going to fight each other and they're going to die. And like like these children right here going to college, man. Like me and the brother always talk about a lot. It's what's that? When they sign over. Just said it earlier. Survey, some kind of survey.
Oh yeah, selective service.
Oh, selective service. Everybody got. Why you think when you go to high school, they got everybody doing that?
Hey.
They got everybody. They
Why
got
not?
you.
So
They got me and you. They got everybody.
They get drafted like that, right? So they draft you into the military, you know. But when these children get drafted, all these kids going to college, they thinking in their mind they like, yo, in the next 4 years I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna start my career, start my family. No, you're going to get drafted. You're going to go over there in the Middle East and they're going to fucking kill you. You know, because that's what the Lord intended. He's doing that. He's gathering all the people together and bring them over there so that he can bring judgment. And what's that judgment? That judgment is. That's the ultimate judgment.
You guys have a church or anything?
That's the church right here. Go ahead now, watch this.
I can respect that.
Watch it, go ahead.
Second Esdras,
Now, this is talking about martial law too. Now you see how go ahead.
16 and 27. So that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, and in the clefts of the rocks.
People gonna be trying to hide from the Gurkha troops, right? You're gonna they got the thing called the internet carousel. It ain't gonna be none of that Facebook shit. You might not even be able to use a regular telephone, all right? Because you ain't gonna be able to call. So it's saying that one man's going to desire to hear another man's voice. You might be with your homeboy and say they sectioned off the city. Just like the prime example was gonna quote. That's all pre-martial law, man. They showing it to you how it's gonna be. So once you got downtown in Center City, right, or wherever he was at, you couldn't leave back out of there. All right. So you basically they held you captive. You know. So that's the same thing that's gonna happen now. So you might want to hear your homeboy's voice like, damn, I wish I could talk to my homeboy, man. You're going to desire to want to hear him. Then at the same time, you're going to be running harder because they're going to be chasing you. You know. Then that's why people are always talking about, well, our people should build plant farms and all that. How the hell you going to plant a garden, right? And when the Gurkha troops going to be on you, so your food is not going to even be able to grow to fruition. You didn't even enjoy it. All right, go ahead.
And even so, in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that searches their houses with the sword.
That's right. So then, 3 or 4 that search your houses with the sword. What's the sword? What's the modern day sword? You have the gun. They're going to be coming in your houses looking for you, right? Kicking your door in, all right? They gathering everybody up. So and then you going on top of that, you're going to have regular average citizens running in people's houses looking for anything they can get to fill their belly. Because even though they're not Israelites, you still gonna have people that don't want to get that RFID microchip. You know, so they're gonna stand up and try to fight against the government. They're gonna be like damn, you know, like these Edomites, these goddamn white people, man. They're gonna be like, fuck that, because when they talk about gun rights, they go crazy about their gun. That's their blessing. Oh, you're not taking my right away, you know. But they're ready to shoot you up for that shit, you know. But and that's another thing too. Why do you think that the government is trying to de-arm the people? Because they know what they're going to do. They're buying all the ammunition.
They arm the people because you got to think. The China board did that. Why? Ain't they his name? Boa Why, whatever his name was. He killed a lot of people back in the 40s.
What you talking about?
The Chinese boy. M-A-O. That's it. Mao. Yeah, that's how they did that. They disarmed them people. They killed them. They killed a lot of people.
But how you think? Why you think they had the gun buybacks? Right?
Yeah, of
They
course.
like,
Why
yo,
you think?
yo,
Why
go
you
down
think?
there and turn your gun.
Turn
and
your
go
gun.
catch
But
attack.
you know what I mean? You're not. You know what I mean? But that's how they do it.
But they
Why you
wanna
think?
know-
Why you think when you go to church they tell you, oh, come to church, this and that. They want to preach all this stuff to you. You know what I mean? And tell you, oh, but you helping the community? But we're gonna be trying to save the kids and all this. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how you gonna protect yourself?
Good.
Yeah, yo, this is church on the same path. They got like little T-shirts like hanging on the lawn and shit, like trying to make it like a little kid got killed. Somebody had
Oh yeah. That's. I mean,
So you believe in gun rights?
I believe in the Lord.
I
I mean, because matter of fact, you get there with a weapons all this. I'm gonna show you why. Like guns, I mean, you know, that
Cause is he not the sword? Is he not the sword?
That matter of fact, give me that real quick. Give me the
He
weapons of our
said,
warfare.
who live by the sword, die by the
Hey,
sword?
but now watch this. And give me the resource, blessing, give me the sword. And I'm gonna show you. And yo, who and we going, since you just said that you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? But we're going to show you whose blessing the sword was, because everybody has a blessing, right? Everybody has a blessing. We got a blessing. Our blessing is the greatest blessing on the face of the earth, which is the kingdom. We want to inherit the kingdom of heaven.
So at the end of the day, these people are gonna lose.
Well, we get that too. But God, and this is why I said what I said about guns. All right.
So 2 Corinthians 10:3, it says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
That's right. So we walking in the flesh. We not warring after the flesh. So what we out here doing right now, we fight. We tearing down strongholds. Strongholds of these people right here. You know.
Principalities.
That's
Isn't that what he said? The
That's right.
principalities?
And
These
that-
deep people. All right.
These people right here.
Cool.
And they're
So we ain't against these people. We're against
No,
these.
we're against them motherfuckers too.
All right, true.
Because
All right.
they go back to their bloodline and they Edomite, we're against them too. But these people right now, they just don't know. That's how wicked their fathers are. They're not even telling them that they're Edomites. They got them out here thinking, these guys right here know the truth. They know the truth. They know that they're going to go into slavery. You know? They know that they know eventually they're going to be completely annihilated, wiped off the face of the earth. But go ahead,
It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in the Most High to pull down of strongholds.
That's right. Be there on the side.
It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
Right, so the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. A gun, but carnal, right? It's like physical. Something, but we not like carnal. We don't get like you get carnal. You get fleshly world, so to speak. All right. So a gun, when you get into a confrontation, what they want to do, go grab a gun and go shoot them on.
Yeah, that's true.
That's carnal. That's our weapons of warfare are not carnal. It's like our weapons, man. The Lord has weapons. That's way like when he got chariots that they shoot fire, concentrated fire. So these little bit of these weapons that these Edomites have.
It says, fleshly, carnal, having the nature of flesh.
So the weapons of carnal means fleshly.
It says, under the control of the animal appetites, governed by mere human nature, not by the Spirit of God.
That's right. So a gun is governed by what? Human nature. Who governs the gun? Who gives you gun rights? The so-called white man, right? So we like right now. You got dudes now, right? They talking about I'm collecting guns because I know when all hell breaks loose, that's what they're going to want to do. They're going to want to go shoot everything up and protect themselves. What are we doing? We're preparing right now by coming out here speaking, praying to the Lord, praying that He delivers us out of it. You know, because the Lord made the person that made them guns, man. All right, so that gun can jam on them. You know, and then we're going to get spiritual powers anyway. So why are we concerned with a gun, man? You know, we're going to be able to control the elements, man. You know, like they show you the movies. What's that like? X. Yeah, kind, exactly. The Last Airbender. You know. Now listen, in the blessing of the sword, this is who's blessing it. It wasn't our blessing. All right. Why do you think that when in the neighborhoods when these niggas get into it, they go shoot a block away and miss the nigga and hit somebody else, a person that's you could say innocent bystander, so to speak, roughly using that phrase. But they they hit an innocent bystander. Oh, they was shooting. You could be sitting in your goddamn living room and a bullet come through your window and kill you. Was that nigga shooting right when them motherfuckers killed John F. Kennedy? Did they shoot his wife and she was sitting next to him? No, they killed him. Why? Because that's their blessing. Go ahead, huh?
Genesis 27 and 28. Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth.
So that's what the so-called white man's blessing is. Dew of heaven, the fatness of the earth. But they have all the resources. All right now, we could just spend in Job 9:24. It says the earth, right? Given in the hands of the wicked. All right, good, man.
And plenty of corn and wine.
That's resources. And you said finer things in life. Go ahead.
Let the people serve thee, and the nations bow down to thee.
That's what they're doing now. Go ahead.
Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curses thee, and blessed be he that bless thee.
Yeah, man. Well, that dude, he stuck around kind of long, man. That was a, big thing.